go. Yeah, I want to take a look at the radar first because immediately big feeder band coming in along the coastline. Our storm a little over 60 miles away off the coastline, and this one packs a punch. With many reports from Vero Beach, Fort Pierce, down in Palm Beach County of over 50-mile-an-hour winds. So we're getting into strong tropical storm force winds at this hour. So we're going to start in the northern Treasure Coast, where we have that line now arriving to Vero Beach. We've already seen over 50-mile-an-hour winds in the last 20 minutes around Vero Lakewood Park. There's a line of heavier rains just coming in almost past US 1, west of US 1, but not quite to the 95 area, and a little farther south into Fort Pierce. You can see the heavier rains working through, and through Port St. Lucie, Stewart, Rio, Jensen Beach, Hutchinson Island. We were solid heavy rain, torrential downpours, gusty winds, even back around 95 in the Turnpike, around Cobblestone, of course, Palm City, getting some heavy rains, Hobe Sound, Bridge Road. There's 95 in the Turnpike there, so it's arrived to that area and moving quickly southwest, again around to Cuesta, Jupiter, all the way down now into Ballin Isles. There's the beeline there, Calusa, and up around Indiantown Road. One wave worked through, and here's a second line of storms. Everything is moving about 40 to 50 miles an hour to the south, so it's moving very quickly. And we set these radar maps up with the views, and we find we're adjusting them a minute later because it's moving so quickly. Look at this. So very impressive feeder band that is trying to become the new eye for this hurricane, but having a difficult time doing it because this one just doesn't want to let go. It's called an eye wall replacement, where this one dies off and this one becomes the new eye wall, but it's been trying to do it all day long and just been struggling in that. It would be good if that happened, because this would be a weaker storm if that did happen. All right, some times of arrival. Here's Indiantown, Whisper Walk, Sandalfoot Cove, with this line of storms that's coming in around northern Palm Beach County, all the way down into Boynton Beach. This is moving southwest, and the latest track has it now northwest at 13, 130-mile-an-hour winds, still a Category 4. Off the coastline of Vero and Fort Pierce, probably nudged a little bit to the east, which is nice to see, and then coming in, just kind of hugging the coastline through Saturday, through Sunday, and then eventually a big wraparound and back to where it started in the Bahamas as a tropical storm. That is next Tuesday night or early Wednesday. A much weaker storm than we're dealing with right now. But watch out, there are the current wind speeds, high 40s to the mid 50s. Through the entire Treasure Coast east of 95. Well, actually, some of this feeder band is actually now west of 95. And in Palm Beach County, a very strong area of storms and the gusty winds now coming in around West Palm Beach. So with this persistent wind piling up against the beaches, we're also going to see some pretty significant beach erosion on the northern Treasure Coast. The numbers are lowered now for Boca and up and around West Palm. So it is starting to pick up, and it looks like it's going to be, it always has looked like it's going to be more of a severe weather event for the Treasure Coast, but also some numerous power outages at this point across Palm Beach County, and more possible overnight. And here's the current, these are the maximum wind gusts reported so far. We're almost to 60 miles an hour now in Port St. Lucie, 54 in Vero, almost 50 now in West Palm, although the sensor seems to be going in and out. I'm not sure for whatever reason. And then 31 still in Okeechobee. And the current wind speeds you can see are a little under that because of the feeder bands coming through. We get a big feeder band, we bump up to 50 and 60, and then we drop down in behind that with the storms rolling through. So power outage map, still looking about the same. High probability, very high probability in northern Treasure Coast to getting widespread power outages. Palm Beach County really concentrated high to very high around Jupiter down in the Gardens, and then as you get up into the Treasure Coast, more widespread, simply because we're going to see more of a threat of hurricane force winds and wind gusts coming in along the coastline. There's another look at the track, and you can see it is adjusted a little farther to the east for the hurricane winds through midnight and shortly after, so we keep getting a few miles off the coast, but we're still in some very strong tropical storm winds, and actually now just brushing along the coast of Vero Beach. So looking a little bit better, except along the immediate coastline where we could see winds above 74 miles an hour. And the computer models have also been backing off on widespread 80, 90, 100-mile-an-hour winds too. So we'll watch the radar and keep you up to date. And of course, yeah, we're cautiously optimistic again, looking better for Palm Beach County each hour. We're still dealing with some flooding and some, power outages, and obviously some trees down. We're getting reports of that too. But it could have been much worse should this storm have moved a little bit closer to Palm Beach County. Still a threat to the Treasure Coast for some very strong winds overnight, though.
Steve.